You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Love on Tap. Featuring in-depth discussion on dating and relationships. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Love on Top.
Oh.
A little down,
I'm
it's
trying
popping over here.
That's loud. Ooh,
Wait, a little up, a little up.
Mine is too loud.
Mic
Ooh,
check,
mine
mic
is
check.
too
right?
low?
A little higher. There we
Ooh,
go.
You turning mine out way too loud.
We're over here playing with our mics, y'all. But welcome to Black
That's
Hollywood's Live Love on Top. Okay? The show where there is nothing better in Hollywood than being on top of your career and on top of someone in the bedroom.
All right.
All right? I am your host, Spicy Madi, and I'm joined with my amazing, fabulous male co-host, Kevin.
What's
and we
up?
got the beautiful Drea Renee in the building with us, all to add spicy commentary to keep it hot and sizzling all episode long. And so today's episode, we're just gonna dive right into it because
Let's
it's
get
nice
into it.
and
Do
juicy.
it.
We are talking about people's favorite topic, dating and sex, of course.
Yes.
Okay. And so today we're gonna start with our Hollywood hotties doing the naughty. And so if we can have Phil pull up that couple, Jada and Will, the celebrity
Oh,
couple
wow.
that Hollywood loves and adores. There is rumor and speculation that they are divorcing and having marital problems. And so Jada Pinkett has addressed this, okay? And she just wants to let everybody know that Will Smith is still her man. All right. He has a film coming out that he's been filming called Focus with co-star Margot. You got to say her name right. Margot.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. We're just going to go ahead and say it. She's a hot little 23-year-old white girl.
I'm assuming that's her, right?
Yeah,
she was
that's
in a
her.
photo booth with
It's like
Will
Lindsay Lohan.
at one of the after parties for,
doesn't.
the Focus film. And they took a bunch of funny, cool photos together, just being silly. And it got into the wrong hands, and apparently now she's supposed to be breaking up Will and Jada. Well, guess what? It's not true, okay? And Jada just wants to let you guys know that Will is still her husband. He is still her man. And Will and I can do both whatever we want to do because we trust each other and do so. And so she's also quoted as saying, this does not mean that we have an open relationship. This
Yes,
means
they
we
do.
have a
Yes, they do.
grown one.
But that was the implication behind it.
They do.
There is speculation that they have an open relationship and that he's free to date other people and that so is she. We don't know if that's hearsay, Hollywood gossip rumor, or if it's true. Drea, you feel like it's true?
I've literally heard that for probably 7 or 8 years that
Yeah.
they have an open relationship. I've always heard that about them. So I'm sorry. Like, there's always some truth to rumors.
Right. Until I meet whoever it is that's smashing Will on the low
You're right,
or
you're
smashing Jada on the low, then we can't confirm it because it's
how
just
can you even trust them?
speculation.
Okay.
You know, because I could say I just did Will last night and y'all wouldn't believe me.
I would believe so, but
Oh,
it'd be
you would?
like
Thank you.
Will Rogers. Or
That is messed up. Dang, I can't get Will Smith. Well, that is the Hollywood hotties doing the naughty. We have Jada defending her man, and they are still in love. Yes, they are selling their billion, million, quadrillion dollar home. It is the real estate property is on the market, but it's probably just to move into a more fabulous home. They are not divorcing, guys.
they're gonna go buy an island somewhere.
But I do want to comment on Jada's last quote saying that this does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one, but we should never have the expectation to not make mistakes. We should only have the expectation to learn from them. And so that is her addressing the fact that they're going to make mistakes. It's not nobody is infallible. And so as long as you learn from them and you can still stay in your relationship and make it strong, the relationship can, persist. And so today's topic, we're talking about how to get into a relationship, how to date, how do you get yourself even out there on the market to fall in love and possibly one day have this security and strength that Jada and Will have. Okay.
Well, I just want to respond to what she said when she
Yeah.
says, Will and I can do whatever we both want because we trust one another. And this is another thing she also said, is not on here, but she was like, as long as we can look ourselves in the morning or look ourselves in the mirror, and whatever we did, be content with that, then I'm fine. I want to respond to that and say, I think what Jada is doing, and first of all, I am not an advocate for, extramarital affairs. Maybe it's because I'm from the church, but I believe once you get married, that is a covenant, that is an exclusive bond that you have between you and your partner that I personally don't feel that should be compromised. But I'm going to say I do like what she said when she was like, Will is his own man. He can do whatever he wants to do. Because, see, the thing is, one thing that men don't like is a woman constantly telling them, writing them, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. You got to let a man be a man and make their own decisions and learn from their mistakes if that does happen. So I like the fact that she's giving them that liberty. It's kind of like, if you're, the thing is when someone constantly tells you not to do something, you kind of, you want to rebel and you kind of want to do it. But yet when someone's like, okay, well, go ahead and do it if you want. Then it's like, oh, wow, you kind of don't feel like you should be doing it, or you feel convicted because you can do it.
You feel like you have a choice.
Exactly.
And I agree. I mean, I think, I like when she says, this does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one. I think that's her acknowledging that he maybe did do something, and she's just saying, like, stay out of our business. And I mean, in Hollywood, I feel like a lot of people have this type of situation because they're in the public eye. They're on sets for a long time. Yeah. Like Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, they never got married, and I know I've heard they've had an open relationship too. So.
But you can, I believe that you can, love someone, and I'm going to give you a spicy quote in regard to.
Come on.
Okay, love is allowing someone to have the ability to hurt you, but trusting that they won't. Love is like that. Love is giving someone the power to hurt you, but trusting that they won't.
Amen.
And so,
I like that.
In this situation, I feel like Jada and Will do love each other, but they trust that the other person won't be disrespectful. Right. And so she's like, "Will, do your thing. Just don't disrespect me. Just don't, I'm gonna trust that you're not." And that's what it is. That's what love is trusting that someone's not going to hurt you.
And those pictures weren't supposed to get out, apparently. So
yeah, stuff leaks. I mean, and that was just him having a good time,
This is my thing. As I don't know if I buy that. When you're somebody, specifically an A-lister, and you take random provocative pictures like that, and you don't think somehow, some way they're going to get it. I mean, we live in a day and age where anything that you take and send can be exposed, can be on the internet, can go anywhere. So like, I'd never buy that. Oh, were these pictures not supposed, or this video is not supposed to get out. It's like, not that Will needs that publicity because he's a superstar regardless. Maybe the girl, Margaret.
But they like to have fun too. The only reason that our photos didn't make People magazine or Stars magazine is because it's us. And we take photos like that all the time. We have the liberty to have the kind of fun that we want. Yeah. And so they should be able to do the same. It's just, it gets a different level of attention.
Well, you get judgment and
a different
opinion.
level of speculation. Yeah. But let's dive in to relationship topics. And we're going to be talking about why dating is so hard. And it's hard because of, people like you, Kevin, that you're the doubter, the non-believer. No. But it's hard to, the biggest complaint is that it's hard to meet people, and it's hard to find a connection with people. And so what I wanted us to dive in today was a book called Getting to I Do. And this book talks about, and it's a great recommendation. I want you guys to pick it up if you can, but it's by Patricia Allen and Sandra Harmon. And it talks about great places to go, the male and female energy, and what role you have to decide up front that you want to play. If you're going to be feminine, own that and allow him to be masculine. Don't try to take on the masculine role and be mad when your feelings get trampled on or when boundaries are crossed. And it also talks about stepping outside of your comfort zone, places that you don't usually frequent if you want to meet people and you want to date them. Instead of going to the hairdresser to just gossip with your girls, try going to a bowling alley or a baseball game. Or if you're a man, take up yoga. It gives different ideas of what you can do.
There's a great female to male ratio in yoga classes. That's for sure.
I always see that one guy in there. I'm like,
hell yeah. And you're like, we know he ain't gay. There's an alternative motive there. So
exactly.
So that was just one of my recommendations as far as like, you know, how to date, because that's a huge complaint. It's really hard. But what seems to be sweeping the nation is dating online. Okay,
Yes.
gone are the days when you could just meet somebody at a gas station or at a grocery store. Now you can do it with the touch of your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if you guys have experienced this. You have dated.
I
Gray,
have-
you dated online?
I have.
Please share.
Have some experience on dating online.
Okay, so
I
then
went
you can
on
speak to your testimony.
First of all, what website was it?
Plenty of Fish. I went on. I did.
heard of that one.
I did go on Plenty of Fish, and it was rather interesting. People lie all the time. I'm like, if you're gonna say you're 6'5" and you're 5'9", I'm going to notice. Just so you know, if you say you're 31 and you're 51, I'm going to notice. So it was really
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that people were always honest when it came to online profiles.
they
Right,
weren't.
I can't even get you to give us a current photo on Facebook.
Okay,
Like,
exactly.
Let alone the dating site. But that is what is making this TV show called Catfish
Oh,
so
what a good show.
popular.
Yes.
Because this is a show, and if Phil, you can pull this up. This is a new form, which I call it like high-tech dating online. And Catfish is a hit TV show on MTV, which addresses this lying to different people that you're meeting online through these dating websites, and it catches people up in the act. It's kind of like cheaters, but cheating and lying about yourself and your identity. And we're just gonna play like a little clip of a gentleman who he has a girlfriend, but he falls in love with a girl online, and this girl online is supposedly one of the most popular stolen identities of photos that people pretend to be her in order to like woo you and get into a relationship with you. Play that, Phil.
Dear Neve and Max, hi, my name is Dorian. I have been in a relationship for the past 6 months with a
at
girl
him.
named Raffinée.
Chris Paul.
However,
Was her
I
name
can't let
Raffinée?
go of the girl
Yeah.
who truly has my heart.
There's nothing ghetto about
I've
that
known
name.
this special girl,
The girl who has
Jessica,
his heart.
for almost 2.5 years.
Isn't that Aaliyah?
The girl who has his heart looks like Aaliyah, folks.
I'm willing to give up everything for Jessica. It's time to meet Cinderella and see if the glass slipper fits. Wow.
And people.
that work?
Okay, I'm gonna wait a second.
Do you hear it?
I just want you guys to see what she really looks like. So it takes a little while for this video to buffer, okay? But I'm gonna walk you through it. If you can imagine,
Oh my God.
there's a gentleman who has fallen in love with someone online. Mind you, he has a real thing at home. He has a-
Rackenay.
Rackenay. He got Rackenay at home, okay?
All right.
Racks on racks on racks at home. But he falls in love with someone who looks like Aaliyah online
Mm-hmm.
and really believes that this girl genuinely, authentically loves him.
You meet Jessica.
Is
and
this for real?
what's going on in your life?
The biggest thing that happened senior year was at the end of the year when I told you we became homeless.
How did that happen?
My mom, she has bad asthma, so she's in the hospital, but she couldn't pay the bills. And so we got evicted. So I'm talking to Jessica, and she's just like, you know, you can talk to me. And I was like, I understand I can talk to you, but it's just hard for me to open up. It was weird that a female would want to know how I'm doing. Only other woman I had do that was my mother.
All right, so Raffinée,
She's beautiful, responsible,
That's his current
independent,
girlfriend.
determined. She just cares. That's why she's so special.
you have 2 girlfriends. Do you feel bad?
I was about to say, why?
Of course. I have a girl right here. Of course, it makes me feel good.
Why
too.
is he looking
I
for
don't wanna
another-
sit here having to choose between 2.
He's looking for
I
something
need
better.
Phil.
He is.
It's the problem with men.
Okay.
He's yeah, he's torn, and I think part
He's
of
in
it
love
is visual.
Okay, I was just about to say, no offense,
First,
Rackenay,
we need to
but
identify if Jessica, the
I
girl
mean,
that Dorian's talking to, is real. or not.
Dorian,
gotta-
Real.
I'm done.
be
Great. If
realistic,
she's fake,
okay?
Yeah, if I start
then
seeing
we'll figure out
yeah.
who she really is. So this is, as far as Dorian's concerned.
You didn't
Jessica's
Skype her at
real
all?
Facebook
or
page.
And-
FaceTime her?
Right
Now,
find some people who
The
actually
problem
know
with
her.
this is
Skype.
that she's 100%,
bunch of
not
guys who are like,
90,
"Hey,
not
love you,
95, but
where you at?"
100% out of his
Wait a
league.
second, look at this.
And
100%.
Sammy, I miss my ex boo, and then tag Jessica.
We haven't done an image search yet.
All right, here.
So they're doing like a little background.
Okay.
Aaliyah.
So this brings up a bunch of results. So Jesse Morrison. Here's a new glance at one of MySpace's most faked girls.
What? this girl's picture and profile is like a catfish feeding ground.
It's just ridiculous. The fact that now knowing what we know, to think that Dorian's actually in a relationship with this girl is like nearly impossible.
Why
So
didn't
what
he
we're gonna
just
do
do
now is
this?
basically show you everything that we found.
People want to live in the fantasy.
This is the profile. That
They
you
do.
look
I
at.
think they absolutely do.
You had told us there were multiple Jessica profiles. I mean, there's lots. She possibly holds the title of most faked, and there's a crazy long list
I feel
of
like he's gonna
other
freak out.
website links for fake profiles.
Now they confront the girl.
Hello, Jessica?
Yes.
Hi, this is Neve Schulman. I make a show called Catfish on MTV. As I understand, you are in a sort of, long-term, long-distance relationship with a young man named Dorian. It all comes down to getting the truth and finding out who you really are, and obviously, ideally, meeting you in person.
I'm willing to meet him.
You've said that before.
I'm serious this time.
We are about to
She's
meet
gorgeous.
Jessica.
The picture is gorgeous.
Okay, I'm freaking out.
Wait, if that's her house?
I'm freaking out.
Now they're about to show us who the girl really is.
How did they get?
Hi.
Hi.
Are you who we're looking for?
Yes.
I'm Neve. Dorian,
Is
you
it
know.
Rockaway?
You probably want to meet him.
That would be
So,
hilarious.
I'll introduce you.
Okay, now. Anne,
I mean, she's not atrocious looking. I was expecting to see like a troll walk
no,
out.
not atrocious.
But that's not
So-
Jessica.
But we can cut right there, Phil. Okay. Alexis. That's Alexis. Now,
Oh my
No, I'm
God.
curious. What was her justification behind doing the fake thing? The fake, portraying the fake cat.
because she wanted to get him to fall in love with her. And she knew that online, that girl's beautiful. So she lies about her identity, but she admits to him that she's not lying about the way
Her
that she
feelings.
feels.
Oh.
And so these two finally meet because we can't play the entire clip, but I just wanted you guys to get an idea of how serious this is and how hard it is
Wow.
to date. The fact that people are going to such extreme measures to date online. And I have nothing against dating online. I feel like love is hard. Do whatever you
if
got to
you're
do to
busy.
get it. But be careful in the process because just like dating in person, dating online is even more risky.
Yeah.
And so this couple winds up, the girl,
Racket? No,
the
Jessica.
fake Jessica.
Ratchet?
The
Ratcheteer?
fake Jessica winds up meeting Dorian, and she is upset with Dorian.
What?
Because Dorian has lied to her about having a girlfriend.
Oh.
So she's like, how are you going to be my online boyfriend, but you got a girl, you're with Rakane. I don't think I want you after all.
Excuse me? I think they all need therapy.
And he's like, well, you're not how you look, so I don't want you. I'm going to stick with my girlfriend at home and work things out with
I'm
her.
gonna stick with my girlfriend. That just sounds bad.
Okay.
And so the reason this is so hilarious is because they really were having what they felt like was a real relationship
Wow.
and connection online. They thought that they were in a real relationship.
I just feel like if you haven't met the person, like when I was online dating, if you don't meet the person within a few days, a week tops, then bye, Felicia. Like I'm done. Like I'm not gonna go back and forth with you a million times. Like that's some mental stuff.
And
to
with
me.
technology now, we have Skype. We have
FaceTime.
We have every
I want to talk about Tinder.
app.
Tinder.
What?
Yes,
So-
Tinder.
I want to talk about Tinder.
Talk
I want your
about-
opinion.
Talk
Scroll
about
to the
Tinder.
right.
Tinder is a app that you can actually meet people. You can hook
Uh-huh.
up with
In your area.
in your
For your
area
area.
that will let you know like the location of that person, and you can meet them in person if you want. As dangerous as this sounds, I have a girlfriend who has a boyfriend right now that she met on Tinder. And so for these small, 1 every 10 testimonies that actually find amazing love from it,
Yeah.
I have to be for it. I can't be against it.
My girlfriend got married from Plenty of Fish. Like she's married.
I know a Facebook and a MySpace couple. I've been to
Facebook too.
I've been
My
to a
friend
wedding.
Sarah.
I've been to a
Yep.
MySpace wedding.
I'm going
before.
to a Facebook wedding myself.
I'll be at a Christian singles wedding coming up. It's incredible. But the thing I just wanted to say to that real quick is that at the end of the day, when you do see people like, what was the guy's name? Dorian, the victims.
Correct.
Or the so-called. I blame them. I have no sympathy for them. And the reason why I say that vehemently is because at the end of the day, yeah, look it up. At the end of the day, there's in the world that we live in this day and age, there's no reason why you should carry on something that long
Exactly.
without having access or seeing them or things of that sort. Even if you're across the country, like you said, there's Skype, there's FaceTime. So whenever somebody goes online and falls in love with some, make believe person, I don't have sympathy for you.
Yeah.
Because you allowed yourself to continuously do. Go down that track without verifying it.
Right.
That's who they are. So
Well, this is an interesting show because they give, every episode is a scenario where two people have to meet. They find out that the identity is not the true identity. And when I was choosing clips, the couple that I almost chose, a woman had been lying to him about having cancer. He
What?
falls in love with her. Finds out that she's not the identity, of course, that she has been claiming. She's really a 300-pound overweight woman who lied to him previously when she was in a dating online site that wanted to date him. He rejected her once he found out that that wasn't her identity. So she lied and made up another identity to make him fall in love. So he's been in love with the same person twice that doesn't look like how they
Wow. I'm telling you, I think we got to start here.
I don't
we
feel
gotta
bad
start
for
some
that
mental
person.
And she
problems.
doesn't really have the disease
there you
that
go.
she claims.
it's
But she has convinced herself that she's in love with him, and he keeps falling in love with her. I say just give the real one a chance, because you keep
Spicy.
falling in love with her.
My thing is, what fool thinks that they can actually, by hiding their identity, fall in love with fall in love with the person who thinks that they're somebody else?
Fantasy
At the end of the day, that's not going to.
Fantasy addicts.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
That's what
So
it is.
this
Thanks
is-
for clarifying
I'm going to
that.
play devil's advocate, and I'm going to defend the liars. Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
And this is why dating is so hard, because it doesn't matter what generation, it doesn't matter what year. In 2013, dating is still hard, no matter what technology we have, because people are visually stimulated and superficial.
Yes.
And because physical attraction is what gets you first, people have made it or believed or convinced themselves that if I can make you fall in love with me through my personality, you will eventually accept my looks. You will eventually look
Right.
past that.
Not 300
And I
pounds.
think for some people that has happened. They
treadmill.
have been successful, but majority of the time, if you start off any relationship with lies, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
It's not a great foundation.
And so
No.
don't sell me Brad Pitt, okay?
Okay.
When you do not look like Brad Pitt. Okay? And I will be extremely disappointed. Anything less than that, I'll be like, what? Oh, man. But people want to fall in love, and people fall in love with the idea of falling in love.
Exactly.
And that's why they'll go months without Skyping or FaceTime, because you've said all the right things to woo them. And you feel close.
And the excuses probably seem like legit. I have to work. I have, whatever going on.
I don't care what you do. You don't work freaking 6 months straight without being able to see somebody or Skype somebody or FaceTime somebody. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. I do not buy it.
I completely agree. I don't even talk on the phone anymore. I was telling y'all, I only FaceTime. So if you want to get a hold of me, you got to FaceTime me now.
Exactly.
But because dating is so hard, we've decided here at Love On Top to help you get on top of somebody.
All
And so we're
right.
going to give you, and Phil can pull it up, the top 10 dating websites. Okay, so Phil's going to find these for us. And of course, these websites are rated. And what makes them so phenomenal in their technology is that they give you the option to email the person after you've created a profile. There's a matchmaking service, so you give all of your stats and figures and everything, so that way their personalities. And then you also can video chat with them. And so now you have the ability to video chat with these. And there's also a mobile app so that you can always check on your person or if they've messaged you, and you can always be in contact with, that person that you met on the dating site. And so there's several of them. Now, these are the apps that Phil is showing you right now. There's How About We, there's Scout, there's Me You Meet, and there's Tingle, okay?
Tingle. I haven't heard of that one.
There's Meet Me and Lulu. And so these are the apps that now you can just pick up someone from your cell phone, and you can find love from your iPhone or your Droid or
a
whatever
booty call.
smartphone you may have. And these are also ways to hook up.
Yes.
And that's where you have to be careful, is because gone are the days where I could meet somebody in the grocery store or at the mall or at a movie or just out with my friends at a party and have one-on-one contact with them. Now I can just hunt you down via an app. and you can
That's
sell
called
me
laziness.
drinks.
All
Everyone's on their
right,
phone
we are at
anyway.
an all-time peak with dating laziness.
Yes,
I think that's what it
everyone's on their
is.
phone anyway. If you go to a party, you're trying to have a moment and whatever.
It's dating laziness, but also too, it's almost, I feel like, mail order brides. You know,
Kind of.
If you go on
Ooh.
Facebook, if you go on Twitter, if you go on Instagram, now you can go through people's photos
Yep.
and look at their profiles and decide, could I hit that? Could I not hit that?
Do I like her friends or not
Yeah,
like her
it looks like
friends?
she's into working out. It looks like he's into, good films. And so now you're scouting without them even knowing.
Exactly. Well, they know. I think everybody knows.
But you know what boggles me? The fact that we have all of these great sites, where you can evaluate somebody
Right.
before you date them and stuff. It seems like, if anything, that would, calculate a lot more happier couples and things. But now the divorce rate is higher than it
'Cause
was
it's too-
60, 70 years ago. So I don't know if that necessarily makes it any better. I don't know if that,
Too many options.
Well,
maybe that's what it is
It
as
is
well.
too many
it's way
options.
too many options, and I think we're getting desensitized. I
Yes.
think that as far as relationships are concerned, we're basing it purely off of pictures and video now,
Yep.
Right?
and not actual human interaction and connection.
Come on. Come
And
on.
So,
Come on, Spicy. Preach it, Spicy. Come on.
and so gone are the days where you actually had to court one another. You had to
Yes.
impress one another. You actually had to date and get to know each other
Yes.
and go through actual dating process in order to fall in love. There is no
Exactly.
falling in love now. It's just like, I'm attracted to you. I like that photo. I'm gonna like it 10 times.
Exactly.
And
That's how you flirt
shoot you
now.
my email.
Girl, he
so
like 8 of
that,
my photos.
Yeah, he
Right?
like 8 of my photos. But there
Oh,
is
no,
a
that's
method
stalking,
to
though.
this. There is a method to this, okay? And you can get someone's attention by putting up the right photo.
Yep.
And shooting them an email on an old photo. One of my girlfriends was telling me, you like a certain amount of photos, you go to a photo that has a group of friends in it, and you put your contact information.
What?
Yeah, you said you give them your email and you tell or your phone
What?
number so that
On
nobody will see it
Instagram?
on Instagram.
How do you do that?
You go to an older photo and you leave a comment, but on an
Oh.
old photo so that way the most recent people don't catch your
They'll see
number.
it, yeah.
And then you hit them up later.
Interesting.
And I know a lot of people who have hooked up from that.
Oh,
And so, but that is the
interesting.
way that people are dating now. And like I
People-
said, it's mail order brides.
People don't even have actual moments anymore. Everything's for Instagram. It's like, baby, kiss me one more time. Just like that. hold on. Okay, cool. And then it's
I'm
like,
not gonna
go away.
lie, I'm guilty of that. I've
I know, I
recreated
know.
several moments for Instagram.
I know the look candid moments.
Right.
It's kind of like,
Oh, you caught me.
I know.
Right?
Exactly.
it's kind of like it's more important about the image that you put out versus what you guys have between each other. You're so worried about being a great couple for the world to see,
Exactly.
versus just being a great couple internally between the both of
In
you
real
guys.
life.
Right.
In real life, there you go.
That's
But
weird.
let's talk
Yeah.
about really briefly the positives though of this technology. There are some positives because we live in a generation where you're thousands of miles away. Now we have access to other people in different cities, countries, and different professions, different walks of life that you might not meet them.
Too many options.
And so you think that's bad? You think it's too many options?
Too many options, I think, ultimately is a detriment to it because it's hard. On all of these dating websites, when you put your stuff up, doesn't it like send you 200 people that meet your criteria or
Right.
or something like
you
that?
gotta
It's not like
weed
I've
through.
ever been on one, but it's something like that, right?
That's okay, Kevin. Welcome.
All right, I've been on
I ain't
Craigslist a few
ashamed. I ain't
times.
ashamed.
Don't sleep.
Casual encounter.
Exactly. And that was a creepy encounter for me. That's next show. But at any rate, it has, so you just have all these things. So you can literally spend evenings just going through, looking at all these different kind of people and everything instead of just like,
Meeting people.
just meeting people. So I think too many options ultimately can,
Right.
Yeah, I agree. It's oversaturation, and you get so overstimulated. Then you meet somebody, then you're like, "Wait, I got emails. Hold on 1 second," and then it's too much.
Yeah, well, just our cell phones alone,
Oh.
take away our attention.
Exactly.
Let alone these dating websites. But I do think that it gives you additional access. But when there are, the people with the false identities or that can easily lie to you and there's no instant way to prove it. When you meet someone and they tell you they're not married, but you can't physically see if they're wearing a wedding ring or if they have a spouse at home when they're chatting with you on the computer, it makes it 20 times tougher.
Weak tops on
And
online
so
dating.
dating should be, though, it shouldn't be that hard. But unfortunately, you got to play the game. And with
Yeah.
all this technology, we still have just as tough as a time as before.
If not harder.
If not harder, because now you have to weed through all of this criteria, these profiles, and who's the fake ones or not. You know, so it really is tough. But now we're gonna do the naked truth before we wrap up, where we have to give, as the host, some confessions. Okay. So yes or no, Drea, would you date online?
I already answered. Yes, I have.
All right, Kevin.
I would, but extremely cautiously and probably reluctantly as well.
Okay. What if they were extremely hot?
Then I would extremely consider it. But
See?
but if they're hot, if anything, that would make me proceed even more with caution.
Well, that is why the profile picture is so important. And there's actually a class. There's different sites that you can go to, how to take the right profile picture.
Oh my God.
Are you just kidding?
It's too much.
To attract the person to click on your dating link for these profiles for these dating websites. There's a lot to it.
It's called taking a picture with cleavage showing. And everyone, who is that? You know?
It's a lot of work involved. But would I date someone online? I haven't experienced or set up criteria yet on any of these dating websites, but I'm not gonna lie, I have hollered at a few people via Instagram.
Okay.
And hung out with a few too. I'm not gonna lie.
it.
So you've had some results.
Get it.
I've had some Instagram dates. So
All right.
you guys can, like I said, stroke my Instagram at spicy_Marty.
All right.
Because the right profile picture will get you, you know, further ahead. But you gotta have game too, y'all. I mean, we can only do so much for you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Cyber sex or tech sex? Which is
how?
who? The online dating
Explain both cyber and
sex
tech
or
sex.
tech sex. Which one gets you guys more off? Because we're talking about the virtual world here. We're talking about online. If you are dating someone or meeting someone, would you rather them send you sexy texts or would you rather them be sexy on camera for you?
Sexy text. I've had some great experiences with sexy text. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad at the sexy text.
Kevin?
I am not mad at it.
I see. You're definitely not mad.
We know
that.
that.
A bass I got in my voice.
I know what to tell your Buddhist
Right?
girl.
Drea. And Drea, I thought you were so wholesome and just goody two shoes.
Well,
oh, Lord have.
Okay, Kevin, which is it?
I'll be honest. I haven't had neither cyber nor tech. I know.
We gotta get you some action.
I really do.
Us ladies bigger freaks than you, Kev.
Somebody send him a photo or something.
Yeah, you see, I was raised Catholic, so go figure. You know, went to Catholic school and I didn't even see a vagina until I was 25. And that was in bio class when I was in graduate school.
Oh,
but at any rate,
we appreciate that honesty here at
Yes,
Love on
we
Top.
do. Yes, we
We're
do.
gonna get Kevin laid pretty soon enough after you guys see
Send
this
him
episode.
some photos,
Okay.
please.
We're gonna tell you where to play
Lord.
with his Twitter at.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna choose cyber sex.
Oh, you like to
Because
FaceTime?
I like to FaceTime. So I would rather you see me naked on FaceTime than me send you a naked photo because I feel like the naked photo, you can show more people that can
Amen.
circulate. I don't know if that's going to come back
that's
up
true.
10 years from now. I got to take that 10 times to get the right angle.
Okay.
Cyber sex, it's just like, I'm naked, here I go. Bright
Let's do
lighting
it.
and I'm good.
Let's do it.
so do you really take that many pictures of the monkey before you get the perfect?
The monkey?
I haven't ever
That's
sent,
what we say in Northern
I haven't
California.
ever
I'm
sent
sorry.
a monkey photo. So because
Yeah.
because I'm just too nervous about that being out there in the world.
Like a little silhouette.
But
or
have I
something.
showed my monk? Yes, I have.
Okay.
On FaceTime, I've showed my monk. Okay.
Okay.
I'm guilty. I've done long distance relationship before.
Okay.
So, but I feel more comfortable with that. But now you can screenshot with the iPhone as someone is FaceTiming.
Are you serious?
So if you FaceTime me right now, I can take a picture of you.
I didn't even know that.
I got to be more careful with my new.
Oh, you know what? I did know that. Yes, I did. I'm lying.
I mean, technology now is just getting more and more advanced, so you got to be even more careful.
I'm nervous.
Well, there's the app where you send one, or where you can send a photo. Or video.
Snapchat.
Oh, invisible text. There's an invisible text too, where it deletes right away.
What?
Yeah, there's an app that you can.
for everything.
But if you got to get on there, you probably shouldn't be sending the person that anyways.
Okay.
If you don't trust them, don't send
Exactly.
anybody anything you don't trust.
Mhm.
Okay. And yeah, you guys admitted to having hollered at someone on social media. Have you guys ever let anyone on social media hit it? Drea,
You mean
no.
tell the truth.
No. Okay. I had to think about it. I was like, no. I'm good.
Okay.
No.
I haven't either. The gig is up. I haven't
No,
either.
I haven't.
now this is what's I guess flabbergasting to me is the fact that neither of you guys have, but yet I have. And
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's-
See?
Good.
the naked truth, y'all.
Take this
Kevin
halo
got
off.
naked for
No
something.
halo for Kevin.
I know, right? Jeez,
Our
God is judging
our
me.
Catholic baby.
Yay.
But it did not. Let me say this:
Okay.
it wasn't the
Disclaimer.
intent to do that. It's something that happened with somebody I happened to
you're
meet
such
on
a
social
gentleman.
media. So it wasn't like, hey, what do you know?
Oh.
Honestly, one of them had happened like 3 years after I met her on social media. So,
So you're saying the fans can get it. You guys tweet at him, Facebook him,
Please.
Kevin.
please put real pictures though, okay? None of this BS that we just saw. Real pictures.
Don't catfish Kevin.
Don't bamboozle me. Yes.
There
Thank
you guys have it, okay? The real love on top. We just revealed a lot to you. We gave you our naked truth, and we talked to you about online dating and how to date in America nowadays. It's really tough. But you guys, if you want to date any one of us, you guys can definitely get at us. No, I'm joking. You
She
guys,
was being serious.
No. Watch us every day, every Friday at 4:30. Kevin always puts me on the spot. Watch us every Friday at 4:30. Love on top, okay? Nothing's better than being on top of your career in Hollywood and on top of him in the bedroom.
Get it.
So you guys can play with my Twitter at spicy_Madi, or you can stroke my Instagram at spicy_Madi. And Kevin, where can they get you on social media? Take that down.
They can take me down on Twitter at HeyKevinJohn, Instagram at HeyKevinJohn. My website, www.itskevinjohn.com. And you already know you can ride my Facebook, Kevin John Peters.
And you can follow me at DreaRenee_N. Yes.
I like those bedroom eyes you gave right there, Drea.
Dre, that was sexy. Dre,
Thank
you are
you.
just
There
turning
you
into a
guys have
sex
it.
kitten right
Love
now.
on top, y'all. Love on top. That's how we do it here.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.